Step. What a dramatic return from the two-game suspension for Kobe.
Well, he must have been practicing real hard for those 2 games that he was missing, because he certainly came out and exploded. It was something that Phil Jackson mentioned to us prior to the game, that he thought Kobe would really come out and try and play strong during those opening minutes. And let's face it, Kobe and Shaq combined have outscored the starters for the Jazz 37-29. Those 2 guys alone outscoring the whole starting unit, shooting 50% as a team during that first half.
And you see the numbers. In that first half, Kobe scored the last 7 points of the second quarter for the Lakers, 11 of the last 12 first quarter points, leading the way with 23. Shaq has 14. John Stockton got off to the fast start, hit his first 5 shots. High man for Utah with 11. Karl Malone 0 for 7 in the first half, and Stockton again. So the Lakers now lead by 1. Marv Albert with Nazar, Mike Fratello, Craig Sager from Salt Lake City, Utah. Lakers and the Jazz playing for the 3rd time this season. The Lakers won the previous 2. Coming into tonight, Lakers tied with Sacramento for best record in the NBA. Both a half game in front of the Dallas Mavericks. Russell's pass too strong for Malone.
Another turnover for Utah. You can see Utah shooting just 39%, so the Laker defense got after them a little bit there. Rebounds pretty close, and thank goodness for that bench for Utah. They've outscored the Laker bench 15-4 in that first half.
Yes, the second unit did a nice job for Jerry Sloan of the Utah Jazz. Shot clock down to 5. 3-second violation call. And we'll check in with Craig Sager. Craig?
Well, although Kobe Bryant had the hot hand in the first half, including that half-court buzzer beater you're talking about just before intermission, he ran into the locker room where he had his left hand treated by Gary Vitti, the trainer. Apparently, during that situation with John Stockton, when he was fouled going for a loose ball, he had his left thumb bent back. It is a slight sprain, is what we hear right now. He had it taped at halftime.
All right, thanks, Craig. Karl Malone is now 0 for 8 from the field. Bryant able to ride off Malone. Rick Fox has not been himself here tonight, playing with a knee contusion. Has not been looking for shots. And last touch. Well, foul is called on O'Neal, reaching in, his second personal.
It was almost like he just decided he was going to crush the rookie underneath him. He just kind of jumped late, came down on top of him. Just let him know that he is a presence out there in case he hasn't realized it yet.
Aaron Collins up front with Karl Malone. Andre Kirilenko, wide open shot again for Collins. A number of easy opportunities. Collins out of the perimeter, and Shaq has not been going out to greet him. 8 points for Collins. Miscommunication leading to the turnover.
You'll see that Shaq will back off and make you prove that you can make that jump shot. And Shaq halfway down the lane line there. Collins just steps out. Stockton makes Shaq come to play him by dribbling it at him, and then it's just a matter of stepping into the open pocket and knocking down the shot.
Aaron Collins, second-round draft pick out of Stanford. His twin brother, Jason, a #1 pick on Houston, then went over to the Nets in that big deal. 10 points for Collins. Shaq facing twin brother Jason last night as Lakers knocked off the New Jersey Nets at Staples in LA. Bryant forcing. Shaq is right there. Once again, those long arms of Andre Kirilenko affecting a shot.
Yeah, but you see the change. They've got Kirilenko playing against Bryant now, not Brian Russell. So it's a little more size, and he's athletic enough to stay with Kobe. Really challenged.
Oh, beautiful pass from Kirilenko, and that is the first field goal for Karl Malone.
And Malone looked up at the sky and said, thank goodness I finally got a basket.
0 for his previous 8. Bryant able to control. Devin George up front with Robert Horry and Shaquille O'Neal, Lindsey Hunter, Kobe Bryant on the backcourt. Shot clock down at 2. George for 3. Devin George from way downtown. The game is tied at 52. And a blocking foul on Hunter. Lindsey Hunter's had a difficult time defending on John Stockton.
A lot of guys have had a difficult time guarding him.
And Lindsey Hunter's a good defensive player, has the long arms. Stockton at his best with that pump fake. Now Stockton gets the pick and able to hit. Stockton with 15 points, 7 of 9 from the field.
Stockton felt that he was grabbed by the defensive player on his left wrist, lost his balance, but still had concentration enough to get the shot in.
Shaq getting down deep. Well, that's what the Jazz would like to prevent. When he gets in that close, there is no way that he can be stopped. And Shaquille also thought he was fouled. He's now hit his last 7 shots. Game is tied at 54. Kirilenko over Bryant. Played well by Bryant. And the ball back to the Lakers.
I'm not sure that Kirilenko really wanted to shoot that one. He kind of got up in the air and predetermined what he thought he was going to do, and then got there and said, I really wish I didn't make this decision.
Lakers with 3 straight wins, 7 out of the last 8. Now at 42 and 17. Once again, Shaq getting way down low. I mean, there's just no way when he gets that position. He has 20 points. He's hit his last 8 from the field.
So John Stockton, Mark, just missed the steal. Stockton's like a free agent out there who can go anywhere he wants, roam around, and try and make steals on the big guys.
Russell set up nicely by Stockton. So the Lakers in possession. They lead by 2. 5 minutes gone by in this third quarter. Bryant backing Kirilenko. And a 3-second call against the Lakers.
Kevin George saying, come on, guys, get out of the lane. I'm making some shots right now.
Robert Horry discussing it with the rookie official, Pat Frayer. The Jazz playing game 4 of a 5-game homestand. They'll be back here Friday night to go up against the New York Knicks. Hunter called for the reach-in foul.
If it was more severe, his movement, it'd be called an offensive foul. But he's perfected the technique, and by getting it out there that way, he gets the benefit of the doubt.
And picks up a foul call again against the Lakers. That's 3 on Horry. Hunter also has 3. The Lakers very quickly in foul difficulty. That's their 4th team foul with 6:20 remaining in the third. Malone with the shot clock running down. It's amazing how sometimes a layup can get you going with the outside shot.
It really can, and that can put you on a little bit of a roll right there, because that was not an easy shot. He was falling backwards off of 1 foot and just kind of got it up there with about 2 seconds left on the 24-second clock.
Here's Kobe Bryant, rejected and fouled. Got hit on the arm by Kirilenko.
Jerry Sloan is halfway in the locker room right now. He's so upset. Come on back out here, coach this team. The official's saying that he got him on the elbow. Kirilenko goes up late, and to me, that looks like a pretty good block from there, because he had Kobe fading back, falling down, and was right on top of it.
Bryant 9 for 9 at the line. So the Lakers have a 1-point lead. Lakers 58, the Jazz 56. Crowd still upset about that call on Kirilenko. Stockton hit the deck. And Hugh Hollins, the outside official, calling a holding foul on the Lakers. It's number 4 on Hunter. So a decision For Phil Jackson, he has Derek Fisher on the bench. Brian Shaw yet to play. We mentioned earlier, hurt his right shooting arm running into a pick last night against the Nets. John Stockton with 16 points.
And Marv, it's general consensus that when you come to play against Karl Malone on game night, you better have your armor on. But John Stockton beats up a lot of point guards. You take a pounding because he'll run into you, he'll run over you, set screens on the opponent's big people. He is a tough, hard-nosed guy.
Game tied at 58, 5.5 remaining in the third. O'Neal tried to get it down low to Horry, but it was broken up. Stockton accelerates. Russell. Rebound, Kirilenko, and he is fouled. Foul committed by Horry. That's 4 on Horry.
When Stockton penetrates, you're going to see Karl Malone fly out of there after the initial shot. And initially, right there, Malone is about to yell at the official and realizes that it's his teammate who actually shoves him in the back and wound up getting the offensive rebound.
Kirilenko, a 75% free throw shooter, member of the Russian Olympic team in Sydney. Actually drafted back in 1999, but continued playing in Europe last year. He's only 20 years old. Very impressive in the Rocky Mountain Review Summer League. And Utah has been just delighted with his plays in the starting lineup for the Utah Jazz. Hunter with a nice feed. Horry. And the game is tied at 60. Phil Jackson staying with Lindsey Hunter, playing with 4 fouls. Robert Horry now has 4. Stockton saw the opening.
Maybe missed the easiest shot of the night right there for him thus far. But you know, you got Shaq on your left-hand side. It may have bothered some people.
Bryant is bottled up. And it will be Utah ball. Deflected out by Kobe. For the Lakers, their 19th turnover. We're approaching 4 minutes remaining in the third. And the foul is called as Malone was setting up the pick and roll. That's 5 on Lindsey Hunter. So Phil Jackson staying with Hunter, and Lindsey has had his hands full with John Stockton, who heads back to the foul line.
Free throw percentage. I talked to his wife Nada tonight. She grew up with 7 brothers. They have 6 children. They come to the games every night. They say they're enjoying this season as much as any season they've had. And John Stockton's very energized to play another year.
Well, John Stockton in his 18th NBA season out of Gonzaga, and as we discussed earlier, will celebrate his 40th birthday on March the 26th.
John's wife in the stands. She was out actually shooting a couple jumpers, okay, from the corner with their younger daughter before the game.
Were you charting her efficiency?
She was 1 for 3.
Shot clock down to 6. And as Kirilenko makes his move, a foul on George. Lakers over the limit. They were over the limit early. That'll put Kirilenko back at the line.
Wow, it's hurt their easy basket.
And the foul is called. A couple of games, he was about 72% at the line. Shaquille still playing through the pain of that arthritic big toe after spending 5 games on the injured list. Utah with a 4-point lead, 3:20 to go in this third quarter. Rusty LaRue back on the floor. He has replaced John Stockton. This is Collins with the step. Good recovery by O'Neal. LaRue trapped. Kirilenko on the recovery.
Talk about a prayer. Well, he got an answer.
10-2 run by the Jazz, and they lead by 6. Nice exchange. Yes, and it counts.
Great basketball that time. Just a basketball play. It was a give and go. As soon as Shaq gave it back to Kobe, Shaq's man jumped out to stop.
And the fourth, Marv Albert with the czar, Mike Fratello, Craig Sager from the Delta Center, and a foul on Stockton.
Fisher does a good job of trying to stay in front, gets that foot down, and the contact, questionable whether he was there in time, and Stockton, afterwards, we saw him walk over to the official and just try to help him out in case it happens again in the future.
Only the second personal on John Stockton. Fisher riding off Stockton, going glass. Derek Fisher catching fire, had the good one last night against New Jersey, 16 points in 27 minutes. Utah 77. The Los Angeles Lakers 69. Here's Danielle Marshall with the facial. It counts. And the fouls on Fox.
And actually, it was a happenstance situation because Marshall was trying to pop out and Fox was guarding him, and he started to go back door just at the right time, and he was there to get the backdoor pass from Karl Malone, who loves the fact that move without the ball, I'll get it to you, and then finish it off. He likes that.
Once again, the Lakers in foul trouble. That's their 4th team foul. 3-point play for Marshall. Jazz with an 11-point lead. Fox getting the step, and a pushing foul on Utah.
You know, Marv, we mentioned earlier that Utah has been in this situation where they have been even or up a couple points against the 5 best teams in the Western Conference before, but they're just 1-12, and the problem has been down the stretch. They said they can't get the big stops, the defensive stops when they need them, and then offensively they don't execute to wind up making the shots, the big shots that they have to make.
Rick Fox has been off. 1 of 5 from the field, coming off the 1 of 8 last night. Pass intended for Marshall, hit from behind. Foul on Fox, that's number 4.
Karl Malone knows that they're fronting in the post, so you see his hands out. He wants the ball. He's pointing. Give it to me. I can lob it over the top. Stockton wanted to run something else, so Stockton tried to wave him off, and then Malone and Stockton just walk over, talk to each other, explain what each had in mind, and move on from there. They've played together a long time, I understand.
Danielle Marshall back to the line. Danielle in his 5th game, back from injury, sat out about a month, missed 19 games in all with a hip and full groin problem. Utah by 13 with 5 minutes gone by in the 4th quarter. Marshall very active, getting a piece of it. Fox for O'Neal. Shaq and Kobe have been very quiet in this 4th quarter. The Jazz with an 82-71 lead. Derek Fisher took a shot in the chin as Malone was wheeling that ball.
Lucky it was the ball that hit him in the chin and not an elbow.
Here's Fox. Hard driving move by Rick Fox. So the Lakers now trail by 9.
Yeah, Rick Fox is fighting through the pain right now. He is laboring, struggling. But he's very competitive. He's hanging in there. Big score that time.
Rick Fox hurting his knee last night in the game against the Nets. Russell. Horry with the rebound. 2-on-1. Fisher with George. Good recovery by Stockton. Fisher for 3. Yes! Derek Fisher with a couple of threes and a 2 here in the 4th quarter has brought the Lakers back with just under 6 to go. Here in the 4th, he's hit 2 from downtown, He has 8 of the last 12 Laker points.
What the Lakers needed was somebody to give them the spark, give them back the enthusiasm to compete in the game, and Fisher is the person that did that.
7-0 run for the Lakers. Stockton to Collins, rejected by George. Crowd looking for a foul.
Well, you had George and Shaq both up there, and he just couldn't get it up between them.
Now O'Neal being guarded by Malone. Bryant not able to handle the pass, and it's a jump ball.
Kobe was trying to fight off the defensive player when Fisher fired the ball into him hard, so Kobe didn't have both hands free to catch it. That's how it wound up getting on the floor. Plus, he's got the bad left thumb.
Not been one of the sharper performances by the Lakers. They've turned it over 22 times. That's a season high. Kobe has been shut down in this second half by Andre Kirilenko. 6-point Utah lead as we approach 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. John Stockton checking with Gary Sloan over at the Utah bench. Malone looking to set the pick. Shot clock down to 3. Stockton for 3.
Remember we said a little while ago, they must get the big stops defensively, and they have to make the shots by executing their offense.
George. And a loose ball foul against Utah. Stay right for the Jazz. Kirilenko back on Bryant. O'Neal over Malone. O'Neal on the foul.
Shaq just out quick Carl that time. After the first shot, Carl's head was down low, and Shaq went right back up and grabbed it before Carl could straighten up.
The Lakers are within 4. 3 minutes remaining in the fourth. Malone, yes! Malone not able to hit the outside shot, hit a clutch jumper right there.
There's the pick and roll we talked about. Stockton and Malone then able to step back and hit that jumper.
Here's Bryant. And the foul against the Jazz. Both teams over the limit. So Kobe headed to the line. Foul on Stockton. That is his 3rd. Bryant 10 for 10 from the line.
I think they're going to change that call.
Apparently Derek Fisher walking to the foul line, and apparently the call was made before Bryant made his move. So Fisher shooting a pair on the line for the first time. Derek an 86% free throw shooter. It's a 5-point game. Derek Fisher with a huge fourth quarter. All 10 of his points here in the fourth. Utah with the ball up by 4.
Lakers look like they're trying that zone right now. See if they can get Utah to try and take a couple perimeter shots and not give the ball up into the interior people.
Shot clock down to 4. Here's Malone for 3. Karl Malone with a rare shot from downtown. Only his 7th three-pointer of the season. 7 of 18, and he is 5 for 5 from the field since missing his first 8 shots. Foul called on Danielle Marshall. The Lakers will head back to the line.
You mentioned it, Marv. He had only had 17 attempts from the three-point line coming into this game, and with 3 seconds left on the 24-second clock, he just wanted to remind the official that it was a 3-point shot.
A dramatic finish for Karl Malone. Kobe Bryant, who had hit his previous 10 at the line, continues to have his difficulties in the second half. The Jazz with an 87-81 lead. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the fourth.
Well, so much for that zone defense. They're back playing their man-to-man right now.
2 minutes remaining, 2 minutes.
Stockton stepping out. Now O'Neal playing Malone, and it's an offensive foul, and sure Karl Malone's feeling is, how could I possibly have knocked down Shaquille O'Neal? But Shaq lost his balance.
Well, Shaq guessed to his right. Karl Malone had him in a one-on-one situation, and Shaq just guesses he's going to jump left, which is Karl's right. There's the shoulder into him. Shaq goes down, a la Derek Fisher. Went to the same acting class together.
What a call! What a great call!
A minute 50 to go in the fourth. The Lakers down by 6. Jerry Sloan staying with Karl Malone on Shaquille O'Neal. Kept alive. Fisher for 3. Rebounded by Marshall. Utah trying to hang on. Standing ovation for the Utah Jazz. They lead by 6 points. A minute and 20 to go on the fourth. Stockton for Karolinko. And a foul call. Time running down on the Lakers. Bryant over Karolinko. Once again had to change his shot. Foul is called on O'Neal. The story tonight, the early play of John Stockton. Andre Karolinko with his defensive work on Kobe Bryant, and Karl Malone, after having his shooting problems, turning it around down the stretch.
Okay, if it was a football game, they go in the locker room. Game in Seattle, and Lakers got in actually after us arriving in the hotel, so it was probably 2:30, quarter to 3 in the morning.
I think you faced a similar situation to the Lakers. I thought you got off to a lethargic start on the telecast, but came on and then fell back again.
Oh, no.
You have had problems on back-to-back. I've noticed that. It's very troubling.
Conditioning.
Horry gets it down low to O'Neal. Here's Shaq over Malone, who did not want to commit a foul.
Sometimes the lack of food can cause you to lose that energy.
Did you have a problem with that last night?
Yeah, we did last time. We had a little problem on the plane.
Jazz 89, Lakers 83. We're down to 45 seconds remaining in the fourth. Utah no hurry to get this shot off, playing the clock. Now Russell rebounded by Horry, and not a good foul. That stops the clock, puts the Lakers at the line. 84, Utah. Here's pressure by Fisher. Jazz, of course, delighted to have John Stockton handling the ball if the Lakers look to foul here. Time running out. Stockton using most of the clock and then finding the open Scott Patrick. So that will happen. John Stockton working the clock down. He had Patrick open on the wing. First field goal of the game. Bryant continues his woes in the second half. And the Jazz hearing it from this crowd. Standing ovation as they have defeated the Lakers 92 to 84. So Utah goes to 34 and 26. They've won 9 of their last 11. They're in the number 7 spot in that Western Conference playoff race.
Think. I know all you good old boys out there in America mad because I speak my mind. Hey, TNT, thank you for hiring me. When I told you when I came here, I was going to say what I thought. If people disagree, disagree. Black people get treated like crap in this country. White folks who don't have money get treated like crap. So listen, if you don't like it, don't watch. Okay, Ernie, let's talk about basketball now.
Well, let's talk about the cover first. What do you
Okay,
say?
it's good.
Well, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Because to me, the cover, I read the article. Now, the article, I understand it. That's the Charles Barkley that I see every single Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Outspoken, honest, brash, the one that we kind of look up to.
Why am I brash? Because I'm honest.
No, I said honest, brash. Brash meaning a good term, meaning that you will ruffle feathers. You don't mind.
Why do you have to
saying
ruffle feathers? Why can't we all have
Because
different opinions? See,
that's
I've
my
always
point.
hated when they use the word controversial or brash or outspoken.
I said
just
honest,
because, thank you, I'm always be honest. I'm not saying I'm right all the time, but I'm going to say what I think to be
No
honest. Okay, go ahead.
However, to me, the cover perpetuates racism, a stereotype that you basically went at in the article.
No, not really, because first of all, that's what it is. Racism does exist. The article is funny. When all the black guys get together, me and all our friends, we talk about what a double standard is for blacks and whites. So there was actually one of the 3 or 4 most famous athletes in the world was supposed to take the picture. And I don't want to say chicken out, but he said, you know what, I can't take all the heat for it. I'm not going to do it. And I said, why are you worried about it? If you're good enough to put you on every commercial in the world, not Michael Jordan, not Tiger Woods, another prominent athlete, they said, if you're good enough to play basketball, be one of the 5 best players in the world, why can't you say and speak what you want to and say you're breaking away from this? He said, I don't want to take the heat. I said, you know what? If we're at a point in our society where a black man cannot say what he wants to and do what he wants to as long as it's not illegal, we have problems. And that's why I took the photo shoot. And I know some black people were going to be upset about it, but you will get over it because I don't live my life for you, the people, to like me or dislike me. I took the photo. I'm glad with the photo. I'm glad with the article. It's just amazing to me that the article is really good. And people only want to talk about the little blurb I said about Augusta. I will discuss the photo with anybody. I'm not going to talk about Augusta because golf has to defend its racial lifelines. I don't have to say anything else. Golf has to impress me how they're making changes. Golf clubs that don't allow black people, Jewish people, and things like that, they suck. And that's not right, and that's not fair.
But see, Charles, like on the radio shows I was on today, the first question is, hey, what about Charles Barkley? What is all this about Augusta and about, I'm trying to think of blatant racism that you accuse. Yeah. But even Tiger Woods himself says the changes at Augusta aren't about that.
Well, you know what's interesting about that? Number one, that's my opinion. But if you read, you know, Hootie Johnson and Tiger have had a conversation, they say recently, about
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out why they had that conversation if somebody else wasn't thinking this.
And what was Tiger's response?
No, I didn't talk to Tiger about the article, but I'm saying if they had to discuss it, that means it was in somebody else's mind. I mean, you think about that. Am I right, Kenny?
Well, I agree. Like I said, I agree totally that what is in that article is what I see every day in the green room and what I'm every day here, Wednesday, Thursday. And it is accurate. But to me, what they seem to me, they manipulated you in the sense that they would ask you to do a photo shoot that took the picture, in which the picture, to me, doesn't represent Charles Barkley honest, outspoken free speech. It says a slave mentality is broken, and he's able to speak what he wants. That's not Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley sits there in a suit, and he doesn't have a slave mentality. He's not the N-word. He is not that.
See, that is the problem.
That's my recollection.
That is part of the problem. Because America assumes that black people are black athletes. Black athletes are really rich. Black people are really struggling. See, people are not able to separate the two. And every time a black person gets on television and talks about racism, it's some black person who's famous, who has a lot of money, and people are mad at him because he's made it. But you know what? It ain't just about me making it. And black athletes are not black America. Black people are really struggling. And it's not black or white either. White people who don't have money are struggling also. I mean, it's like one group here and 2 groups up under. And I know, hey, everybody's not going to like the picture, but you will get over it.
And last point then.
Sure.
One of the last points. Because like I said, everything about, let's not get it twisted, about that article, the article itself, I have no problem whatsoever. But what it disturbs me is the fact that there was a meeting, and Sports Illustrated should be accountable for this, because there was a meeting where 6 or 7 people sat up there and said, you know what, I think this would be a good idea if Charles Barkley would look like a slave,
No,
be taken.
that's not how it happened.
But I'm just
that's
saying.
not how it happened.
And
First
have,
of all,
wait, let me finish though, and then you can respond. Look like a slave, and we unchain him, and then being unchained, this will represent his free speech. And to me, that is a disturbing conversation. Now, it went through all of the channels and all of the people in Sports Illustrated, and no one found it to say, you know what, it's not really appropriate for what the article was about. Charles Barkley has never been chained. He's always been free speech. So there is no saying that he's been a chained person. He's always spoke his mind.
Like that you're finally getting your
right,
chance to speak your mind. You always have.
So it's not an unchaining of
Kenny,
Charles
do you
Barkley.
admit when black guys get together, we say privately there's a double standard?
But you say
Answer
it
my
publicly.
question. Hold on, answer my question.
Right. I agree with that.
Okay, so I felt like, okay, why is it that when we always get together privately, we talk about what we can and cannot say? I'm one of the few guys who will say whatever I feel, but all the other black guys will say, you know what, I'm not going to say this, I cannot take the heat. So when I took the picture, I thought about it for 4 days, called my friends, and number one, all my friends were against this picture. All my friends were against the picture because, you know, they're in a, you know, they gave me their opinion. But I figured I talked to my boss here at TNT and explained to him, I said, I know it's going to be controversial, but at least people will, as long as people talk about it, I'm going to get to say what I'm trying to say. That's why I took the picture, to be honest with you, because I know black folks and white folks all over the country are going like, oh, my God. Well, you know what? You are listening to me right now. You're going to read the article. And that's my point. And, hey, you know what? Like I say, I'm not worried about who people like the picture or dislike the picture because I can't please everybody. I cannot please everybody. But you know what? When I look in the mirror, I'm happy with me.
True. But it also, Charles, I think we all have to realize that we could say and do what we want, but we also have to take the feelings and the sensitivities of one, what slavery is, and there's a lot of other religions and races that have had horrific things done to them.
And they should speak up.
But would not
and they should speak
want
up.
a picture to simplify.
It doesn't simplify
an unchaining of what you're saying.
Well, I understand your point, and I respect it, but you can't run my life, and that's the way it is.
And the last thing, you know, instead of being, it wasn't really like you didn't look like Amistad. You maybe looked a little fat on that picture. He wasn't in shape, so I was a little mad.
He caught me at a bad angle. If you catch me from the front, you can see a little six-pack working there.
But we still love you, though. But
we do.
I was disturbed.
Okay, good.
Opening.
Look at Andre Kirilenko blocking Shaq.
I think that album only went gold.
Look at Kirilenko. Look at Jerry Buss.
Got the comb over working.
Big time. Picture to Kobe Bryant. 38-36.
Fresh legs.
Meantime.
Kirilenko.
You like every aspect of that kid's game, huh?
I do, man. All these young foreign players are unbelievable.
Another block on Shaq by Kirilenko. Phil Jackson having to adjust the spikes.
The mailman for three.
7 3-point.